So in financial management, we'll starting with our first unit. I'll start with the theory. This unit is basically related to what is financial management, what are the various, you can say, the financial management objectives, what are there, what are the responsibility of a finance manager, what are the types of decision which are being required to be taken in the financial management. So the first unit basically consider of that things. After that is our second unit, which will be comprises of the financial statement analysis, like how you are implementing, or you can say you are getting the information from the accounts. Okay, since the second unit is a very lengthy one. Okay, so the third unit basically is the working capital, the fourth unit is capital structure, and the last one is the cost of capital. Okay, the one thing which I want you, all of you, to be very clear, don't have a view, okay, the commerce student are able to perform the numericals and we will not be able to know. It's not like that, because in financial management the numericals are such that you can easily understand that, because this is not something that you need to understand, okay pehle mujhe aana chahiye. They don't need any basics, because the ratio analysis, fund flow statement, these are basically the ratios. You need to remember the ratio, then you can easily perform the numericals. And since your exams will be basically the numerical aspect will be very बहुत बड़ा numerical आपको नहीं आने वाला. It should be something that is related to MCQ. So the more and more questions will be like ratio analysis will be there. You need to understand the ratios. Once I complete with my ratios, what I expect from you all, I'll giving you all a chart of our ratios. Just cram them. You will be able to perform the numericals. And then it's a working capital. It's also very easy. So the capital structure, capital budgeting. So these are basically, you can say, the formulas which you need to remember. जैसे हम science में करते हैं ना, एक formula learn किया, उसको implement किया, then we will be able to perform those numericals. So these are basically very easy. Okay. Now coming on to the first thing, that is, what do you understand by a business finance? Okay. So who is this? Who is writing on the board? Sitaram. Okay. You are writing something on the PDFs. Is there some problem or? Okay, before I start my unit, so how many of you people, just a second, just give me a second, let me, if my slide is visible to you all, is it visible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. So if any one of you can let me know, like, what is finance? So basically, in our present day, or you can say, what is finance? Finance is basically defined as the provision of money at time when it was required. You can't run your enterprise with either it is small, medium scale or large scale. You need finance. आप चाहे छोटा सा एक शॉप हो या आपका बहुत बड़ा एक मल्टी मिलियनियर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन हो, you need finance. Okay, so finance is something which you can say is indispensable today. So it is basically, you can say, it is basically the life of your organization, lifeblood of an enterprise. If the funds are not there, you can't run your organization. So finance, what do you mean by finance? So finance may be defined as the art of, you can say, the managing your money. Okay, so finance is basically the funds which are being required. Okay, now what is business finance? So business finance means the funds and the credit which are being employed in your business. Okay, so it is basically the foundation of any business. जो पैसा आपने business में लगाया है, okay, so it may be that you have the funds with yourself. आपने अपना खुद का पैसा लगाया, it should be your ownership funds, or it may be that you have got the credit from somewhere, like from banks or from some other organization, and you have employed in the organization. So the business finance means those business activities that are concerned with acquisition, that means you acquire the funds, and conservation of capital fund in meeting the financial needs and objective of a business enterprise. So basically it means जो भी फंड आपने अपने बिजनेस में लगाया है ताकि आप अपने बिजनेस के ऑब्जेक्टिव्स को अचीव कर सको, इज द बिजनेस फाइनेंस. So Financial requirement, you require funds to purchase assets, raw material, other economic activities. For all those, what you require is finance. So it is basically which are concerned with the acquisition. आपको सभी चीजें करने के लिए बेटा फाइनेंस चाहिए. इसी के लिए you can say that the business, the funds which are being employed in your organization. ठीक है. So what does business finance basically, you can say, deal with primary raising, कहाँ से हमें fund लेना है. Administer means once you have taken the funds, you need to administer. मैंने ले तो लिया, but उसको employ भी अच्छे से करना है. It is not like you have taken a loan of 10 lakh rupees from a bank and you have taken it for some business person and you spend it on the marriage of your friend or your brother or sister. No, that will be not useful. So it requires all the management also. Okay, so this is known as the business finance. So the money related to necessities of business, you can classify them. How we can classify them? The first thing that we required in our business may be for the fixed capital requirement. Fixed capital क्या होता है? What is fixed capital? What is fixed capital? Fixed capital, the funds which you are employing in your organization, जो आप अपनी business में long term के लिए invest करते हो, that is your fixed capital. Okay, anything which you invest for a long period is known as a fixed capital. Fixed capital कैसे? Land. अभी आपने एक business के लिए जमीन खरीदी, that will be for the long run only ना. ऐसा नहीं है ना आज खरीदी कल बेच दी, नहीं. So your funds that are being employed, there are two functions. आपको कैसे पता चलता है फिक्स? एक, वो बहुत लंबे टाइम के लिए आप लेते हो. सेकंड, जो उसमें अमाउंट आप इन्वेस्ट करते हो वो बहुत ज्यादा होता है. सो दैट इज योर फिक्स कैपिटल रिक्वायरमेंट विल बी मोर. ओके, बिजनेस में सबसे ज्यादा पैसा अगर हम कहीं लगाते हैं वो फिक्स्ड कैपिटल में लगाते हैं, बिकॉज लैंड, मशीनरी, दे रिक्वायर अ ह्यूज अमाउंट. ओके, सो यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड लाइक हम बिजनेस के लिए हमें पैसा किसके लिए चाहिए? फिक्स्ड कैपिटल के लिए. Then we require funds for the working capital. So the working capital here means the funds which are required for our day-to-day requirement. Okay, so that is known as the working capital. Salaries pay करना है, wages pay करना है, taxes pay करना है. So these are the part of the working capital. Then what else you require funds for? Diversification. A company needs more fund to diversify its activities to become a multi-product company. Like suppose earlier you are into tire, now you started with some other steerings and all, so you are diversifying. For diversification you need to employ more funds. Why? Because you need to buy more machinery, you need to excuse me, you need to employ the more funds for that. So that is why diversification. Then is technology upgradation. So what is a technology upgradation? Because in these times the technology is changing so fast, you can't imply okay मैंने एक इंडस्ट्री लगा ली, उसमें एक मशीनरी लगा ली, that will run for long term. No, the technology is changing so fast, you need to take into consideration all these factors and you need to timely update your technology so that you can compete with your competitors. So you need the funds for basically all these things. So what is financial management? So it is basically, you can say the financial word, it is a mix of two words, financial as well as management. What is financial means? How to procure money, how to raise money, and how to allocate that money on the basis of the requirement of business. Financial का मतलब क्या है? आपको raise कहाँ से करना है, आपको funds लेने कहाँ से है. How you are going to allocate means how you are going to use that money on the basis of the requirement, जो आपकी requirement है business की. And management means, management के क्या functions रहते हैं? अभी पढ़ा है फर्स्ट सेम में, प्लानिंग, ऑर्गेनाइजिंग स्टेप. Yes, so human activity with related to the finance function. So it is basically the combination of two things. Okay, how you are going to employ, raise your funds, and you are going to distribute those funds. So what is financial management? Is the activity which is concerned with planning, raising, controlling, and administration of funds used in the business. You need to administer the fund. Like either you have invested the money in something profitable or you have invested your money for something which is resourceful for you. Okay, so that is come under the heading of the financial management. So it is that area of business management devoted to a judicious use of capital. Judicious means that whatsoever funds you have investment, वो justify होने चाहिए, and careful selection of source of capital. देखो, फर्स्ट है आपको जो सोर्स ऑफ कैपिटल है वो भी सोच के लेना है. सेकंड, आपको कहाँ पे एम्प्लॉय करना है वो फंड्स को, कहाँ पे उसको यूज करना है, दैट शुड बी आल्सो कम अंडर द हेडिंग ऑफ द फाइनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट. So on the basis of the definition, what we can define, that the financial management, it is a process of planning, organizing, controlling and monitoring. First you plan, okay मुझे funds कहाँ से लेने हैं, then you organize कहाँ से लेने हैं, either I have to buy the funds from outside or I will invest my own funds. Then you need to control, that means you are properly employing them. आपको जहां पे लगाना है वहीं पे लगा रहे हो. अब अगर मैंने दिया है फंड वर्किंग कैपिटल के लिए, फाइनेंशियल कैपिटल किस पे मुझे इन्वेस्ट करना है, देन यू नीड टू मॉनिटर, क्या मैंने वही यूज किया जिसके लिए लिया था, विद अ व्यू टू अचीव द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन गोल्स एंड ऑब्जेक्टिव. बिकॉज जो भी फंड्स आपने एम्प्लॉय किए वो इस वे से करना है कि आपके जो गोल्स और ऑब्जेक्टिव्स हैं वो अचीव होने चाहिए. सो इट इज बेसिकली इन अ प्रैक्टिस फॉर कंट्रोलिंग द financial activities of an organization. Okay, so financial management basically employ all the principles of management to the financial possession of an enterprise. जितने भी management के functions हैं उनको finance के लिए employ करते हैं, so that is basically your financial management. So first, just a second. Now come the objective of a business firm. Suppose you are running some business organization. Okay, you need to answer me this question. If you are running some business, what is your objective? आपका objective क्या होता है? After MBA, you start up with your some business. What will be your objective?
To earn the profit.
Gain profits.
Okay. Okay. So the definition which you have given me is something जो पहले traditional approach में चलता था. Like we have the function. Okay. So profit is the only objective which we consider at that time. Traditional time में हम क्या achieve करते थे? Profit. Only we run our business to earn the profit. A business concern is basically functioning mainly for the purpose of earning profit. So profit कैसे is a measuring technique. Like either why we consider profit as an important benefit, like why we consider profit is a appropriate objective, because profit is the measuring technique to understand the business efficiency. Like if our business is running efficiently or not, we will only be able to understand if we are able to make profit. अगर मैंने अपने बिजनेस में फंड्स लगा दिए 10,000 रुपए एंड मेरे को अर्न होते हैं 8,000 रुपीज, सो ऑब्वियसली इट विल नॉट बी बेनिफिशियल फॉर मी. सो हम लोग क्या देखते हैं, अगर मुझे प्रॉफिट अर्न हो रहा है, so then my objective is being achieved, otherwise my objective is not achieved. So this is known as the profit maximization. Why we say that a profit maximization? So profit maximization, you can say it consider there are some parts. You can say there is basically some people who are in favor, okay, that the profit objective is the appropriate objective, and some people are not in the favor. So the people who are in the favor, they answer like first, the profit of the firm become the basically the owner. They have that income with them. So the maximization of profit ensure them their self-interest. उनका interest होगा, उनको profit मिलेगा, then they will be obviously happy and they will invest more in that, and they will decide the actions accordingly. Okay, so it becomes the income of the person who has invested. Then the force of competition impose profit maximization upon the firm to survive. If you want to survive in the competitive field, what we have to do? अगर आपको आज के टाइम में कंपटीशन फेस करना है, व्हाट वी सी that our business should be profitable. If we are not able to make the profit, so we will not be able to survive. Then profit reduces the risk of the business concern. अगर रिस्क भी होगा ना, अगर आप प्रॉफिट नहीं बना रहे तो आप ज्यादा दिन सस्टेन नहीं कर पाओगे. ओके, सो दीज आर द थिंग्स विच वी टेक इनटू कंसिडरेशन. एंड बेसिकली प्रॉफिट इज अ मेन सोर्स ऑफ फाइनेंस. क्या होगा अगर बिजनेस ओनर को प्रॉफिट हो रहा है, ओनली देन ही विल बी एबल टू इन्वेस्ट मोर एंड मोर इन द organization. But it is being criticized. Why it is being criticized? The first thing is that the concept of profit maximization is vague or narrow because it doesn't take into consideration other persons who are. अभी आपका बिजनेस है, उसमें सिर्फ आपने ही पैसा नहीं लगाया, उसमें बहुत से लोग होंगे, शेयर होल्डर्स होंगे, आपके एम्प्लॉयज होंगे, और क्रेडिट आपने किसी लोन किसी बैंक से लिया है. अगर आप उनको कुछ ऑब्जेक्टिव अचीव नहीं हो रहा, उनको कुछ फायदा नहीं दिख रहा, वो क्यों इन्वेस्ट करेंगे? सो प्रॉफिट मैक्सिमाइजेशन इज बेसिकली जो सेटिस्फाई करता है सिर्फ और सिर्फ ओनर ऑफ द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में. इट डजंट सेटिस्फाई अदर पर्सन्स ऑब्जेक्टिव. सो इट इग्नोर द रिस्क फैक्टर or you can say the timing of return. See, there is one saying, if you have heard of, money earned today has a more value than the money earned tomorrow. Okay, अगर आज के टाइम में आपको 100 रुपए मिलती है, उसकी वैल्यू आपको ज्यादा होगी रादर देन वही 100 रुपए आपको 5 साल बाद मिलता है. हम बोलते हैं ना, मनी की वैल्यू तो कम होती जाती है. सो इट इग्नोर द रिस्क फैक्टर. इट बेसिकली से प्रॉफिट आना चाहिए, कब आना चाहिए, कौन सा टाइम फैक्टर है, वो सब इंक्लूड नहीं है प्रॉफिट ऑब्जेक्टिव में. Then it may allow decision to be taken at the cost of long run sustainability, or you can say the profitability. Okay, अभी प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी है तो आप लॉन्ग टर्म स्टेबिलिटी को भी देखना चाहिए ना, वो आप नहीं देख रहे हो तो इट विल बी ऑफ नो यूज. इट एम्फसाइजेस द शॉर्ट रन प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी. शॉर्ट रन में हम देखते हैं कि कितना प्रॉफिटेबल है हमारा बिजनेस. वी आर नॉट टेकिंग इनटू कंसिडरेशन द लॉन्ग टर्म एस्पेक्ट. सो that is why it is being criticized. Then is it may cause to decrease the share price. Okay, the business is running, your business is running profitably, but what about your share price? Shareholders will only and only will be interested in your organization if they are earning something, and if you are not taking consideration of the share prices, then they will not be interested in your organization. Then the profit is one of the main objective of modern firm in which different stakeholders, as I told you, there is not only one person जिसका पैसा आपकी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में लगा है. शेयर होल्डर्स हैं, डिवेंचर होल्डर है, फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूट है. योर ऑब्जेक्टिव शुड बी समथिंग जो सभी के सभी का जो स्टेक है या सभी का इंटरेस्ट है उसको लेकर चले. ओके, इट फेल्स टू कंसीडर द सोशल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी. Okay, you may be into some organization who is running very profitably, but you are socially liable. Okay, you have some responsibility towards society also. Nowadays, if you people see, there are many CSR activities which are become mandatory for the organization to run, because what a person think, what the organization think, that there are various objective apart from आपके बहुत सारे और objectives हैं apart from running your business in a profitable society. के लिए भी अगर आप बहुत ज्यादा pollution है आपकी कंपनी फैला रही है, तो that is not something which is very profitable, or you can say which is according to the norms of the society. So you need to take into consideration all these things. So that is why it is told that the maximization of profitable is not only the factor which is taken into consideration. Then the profit maximization, as I told, it ignores other factors. What factors it ignores? Like financing aspect. Like this means that in order to earn profit, it may be there that you have taken a long, it may ignore the financing option, or a firm may need to tempted to borrow beyond its capacity. What it can earn. मतलब आज मैंने 10 लाख रुपया लोन ले लिया, बट मुझे उतना पे रीपे करने का भी वो तो होना चाहिए ना कैपेबिलिटी. सो आपने प्रॉफिट अचीव करने के लिए वो तो ले लिया, बट रीपे कैपेबिलिटी आपकी नहीं रही. सो व्हाट विल हैपन? योर बिजनेस, यू विल बिकम इंसॉल्वेंट आफ्टर सम टाइम. And second thing which I have told you is the risk factor. That means every risk investment proposal may be undertaken to earn higher profit. So it can bring more trouble for you. Okay, सिर्फ और सिर्फ profitability देखोगे तो आपके लिए problem होगी. Okay, so these are the factors. That is why the profit maximization objective is not considered appropriate for the firm. इसीलिए बोलते हैं profit maximization ही appropriate नहीं है. Earlier, whenever an organization is being run, if it is making profit, it is said that the profit is running okay, or you can say very good. But now we take into consideration the other objective. So what exactly the other objective will be is the wealth maximization objective. What does a wealth maximization? It is one of the modern approach, which means which involve latest innovation and improvement. Okay, how? Like the term wealth means the shareholder wealth or the wealth of the person who are involved in the business concern. So it is known as the value maximization. Why wealth maximization क्यों आया होगा? अभी ये aspect क्यों आया wealth maximization का? Any one of you? पहले हम बोलते थे प्रॉफिट होना चाहिए, अभी हम बोलते हैं वेल्थ मैक्सिमाइजेशन होना चाहिए. क्यों? इफ एनी वन ऑफ यू कैन थिंक. जस्ट अ सेकंड, लेट मी हैव अ सिप ऑफ वाटर. ओके, टेल मी. So wealth maximization, why? See, earlier
portfolio management के
if you,
लिए.
what is it?
Portfolio.
Portfolio, okay.
और increase financial मतलब फाइनेंस बढ़ने के लिए भी हम wealth maximization करते हैं.
Yes, 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 exactly. See, earlier what we have the objective is, पहले कैसे होता था? स्मॉल स्केल इंडस्ट्री होती थी, हम क्या करते थे? अपना खुद का पैसा लगाते थे, रन करते थे. नाउ we are coming into more and more joint stock companies are there. So what we do, we float the shares. We have the funds from various persons, from various shareholders. So the shareholder are the one who are investing their hard-earned money. Okay, आपकी कंपनी में किसी ने अपना hard-earned money लगाया, so what they will want कि हमारा शेयर प्राइसेस बढ़ना चाहिए. So that is why this wealth maximization concept has come into existence. So wealth maximization basically means maximizing the net present value. Okay, so what is the net present value? Is the difference between the present value of benefit and present value of cost. So it is basically like you want to maximize the shareholders' wealth. So wealth maximization means you maximize the shareholder wealth. How? When your share prices increase, obviously your wealth will increase. So that is why I have given like the separation of ownership and management lead to the wealth maximization objective. Because अभी क्या है? ओनरशिप अलग है, मैनेजमेंट अलग है. ओनर अलग होता है, मैनेजमेंट अलग हाथों में होती है. ओनर आर द वन who have invested their money. Okay, so and management lies with the board of directors. So these are two different persons. To satisfy the objective of both those, we rely on the wealth maximization objective. So what are the factors which we can say are in the favor of wealth maximization? उसके क्या benefit होंगे? So the first thing that will be there is it takes into consideration long run survival. Okay, कैसे long run survival कैसे?
मैम कभी ना कभी तो शेयर का प्राइस बढ़ेगा इसीलिए.
Yeah, because see, both long run survival ऐसा है, because the long run survival means if your share prices are increasing, then you will be able to face the competition, your organization will grow, and then you will sustain for a long time. Then it is consistent with the objective of owners' economic welfare. Then the financial decisions are taken with a view to improve the capital appreciation of the share price. Once your share prices are increasing, then it will obviously lead to the capital appreciation. You take both the risk and the time value. See, the main discrepancy that was there in the profit maximization, that it doesn't take into consideration the risk, or you can say the time value of money. But here, both the things are taken into consideration, that is the time value. Okay. So that is taken into consideration. Then maximization of firm's value is reflected in the market price since it depends on the shareholder expectation as regard to the profitability. And on the basis of that, that is why the wealth maximization is considered to be more appropriate rather than the wealth profit maximization. So why it is being considered, it is the favorable, maybe मैंने आपको point बताया. Now it is also being criticized. Why it is being criticized? See, the first thing, that is the first one, is concerned with the measurement of the wealth is that shares of the firm are not quoted on a stock exchange. ठीक है? How much does, ये आपको कोई proper procedure नहीं दे रहा है. It doesn't give the earning plus price or the intrinsic value. अगर दोनों ही increase हो रही हैं, so what does it mean? That the wealth of shareholder is increasing. Okay. So the another consider that the share prices are dependent on several factors. It is not कि आपकी business organization, आप बहुत अच्छे से business run कर रहे हो, that is why you are able to earn or you can maximize your wealth. No, it is not like that. Why? Because the share prices are dependent on also on several other factors like the performance of a firm. ठीक है, वो एक पैरामीटर है, उसके अलावा भी बहुत होंगे. Like economic factors क्या है, political scenario क्या है country का, this also impact the share price. So it may be there that the share prices are increasing, but आपकी जो business है वो अच्छा profit नहीं earn कर रहा है, that is running into losses. Okay, then we have taken into consideration, okay, the shareholder prices should increase, but there are other person who are also invested their funds. Okay, so there may be creditors, suppliers that are being invested their funds. So these are also the limitations of the wealth maximization. So these are basically the two objectives that a financial management runs for, either for the profit maximization, either for the wealth maximization. Now coming on to the next, what a finance manager is required to do and what are the types of decision. The first decision that a finance manager requires is the investment decision. What does the investment decision here mean? Investment decision basically means how you have to tell me.
How to invest and where to invest.
Yes, because you can't borrow the funds. अभी ये नहीं हो सकता ना हर बार आप गलत चीज के लिए पैसा लेके गलत जगह पे इन्वेस्ट करते जाओ, नहीं. You need to take the investment decision properly. Why? It is very important. Because it obviously it requires a lot of a cost and it is also available in limited quantity. अगर आप बाहर से लेते हो funds, तो obviously आपको हर month उसका interest pay करना है. You need to pay the loan also. So it is basically cost. Then it is available in limited quantity. Limited quantity means आप अपने रीपेमेंट के हिसाब से ही लोन ले पाओगे ना, उससे ज्यादा तो नहीं ले पाओगे. Okay, so you need to take into account that also. Okay, so what are, you can say, investment decision we can classify into two categories. First is the long term investment and then is the short term investment. What does a long term investment means? The assets or the investment which you are making in the capital, which you are investing for the long period, are known as the long term investment. So capital budgeting basically is something where the funds are being invested in the capital expenditure. Capital expenditure, as I told you, like land, building, machinery, वो सब capital expenditure है. So these are the benefits जिसका आपको, the expenditure are incurred today, but there you can say the benefits are reap over a time. So anything, the expenditure, the benefits of which are expected to receive over a long period of time are known as the capital expenditure. So you need to invest the funds. You need to understand like how you are going to invest your fund. The investment proposal should be evaluated in terms of profitability. कितना profitable है, कितना cost incur हो रहा है, कितना risk है. अभी आप बाहर से funds लेते हो, there is a risk that you may not be able to return that fund. So you need to take into consideration all these factors. Only then you will be able to invest. So this is what is like investment decision. Then is the short-term investment decision. What does short-term investment decision here means? That you relate the allocation of funds as among cash and equivalents, the funds which are invested in the short term things, like you need to pay the funds for the small activities, like you need to pay the funds for the what you can say, you need to pay the funds for the salary, wages, rent, taxes. So these are the working capital, you can say. Okay, so you need the funds for that also. So you need to plan properly, like how you are going to invest your funds, like for what you are requiring the funds, you need to establish either it is for long term or either it is for short term. So what areas he need to take into consideration? Ascertain the total volume of a firm can commit, like how much amount is being required in the organization. Then you need to appraise and select the capital investment proposal, like either you have to require the funds for the working capital or you require the funds for the fixed capital. Then you need to measure the risk, like how much risk is being there in the investment. अभी ऐसा होता है आप बाहर से लेते हो तो हो सकता है आप पे नहीं कर पाते हो, बट देयर इज ऑल्सो एन इन्वेस्टमेंट प्रपोजल में आपको ये भी प्रॉब्लम हो सकता है ना कि आपने किसी अनरिसोर्स अनप्रॉफिटेबल और उसमें लगा दिया, तो दैट इज ऑल्सो नॉट पॉसिबल, दैट इज ऑल्सो नॉट प्रॉफिटेबल. Then you need to prioritize the investment decision. Okay, this is my priority, this is my first priority. If I get funds, तो सबसे पहला priority यहाँ पे मुझे funds लगाना है. Then this, you need to prioritize the thing, and then you need to invest the funds accordingly. Then is the fund allocation, कैसे आपको funds लगाने हैं. Now you need to decide, determine the level of investment. कैपिटल में कितना लगाना है, फिक्स्ड कैपिटल में कितना लगाना है, करंट में कितना लगाना है. यू नीड टू इन्वेस्ट. ओके, यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट थिंग. देन you need to asset replacement decision that may be required. Okay, your organization is running from a very long period, so some of the assets have become obsolete or they are not good enough, so you need to replace that. So you need to understand how much funds are required for that. Okay, you need to establish that thing also. Then is a restructuring, merger. If there is something like merger and acquisition is there, how much funds you require for that. If I'm going to purchase some other organization, I'm going to merge with some other organization, or I'm going to restructure myself. Earlier I'm into some other thing, or I'm diversify my business. I need to understand that thing. So these are the things. Now second thing which you need to understand, objective, or you can say, और आपको financial management में और क्या करेगा finance management is the finance decision. So what is the finance decision mean? Raising of funds. So finance manager has to select the source of fund which will be maximum capital structure. So the important thing, like you need to decide the debt equity ratio. कितना debt लेना है, कितना equity लेना है. ठीक है, a proper mix should be there. पूरा का पूरा आप debt लोगे, that is also not beneficial. पूरा equity से लिया, that is also not beneficial. So you need to have a proper ratio of that, like how much debt I will employ and how much equity I'll employ. So the raising of more debts will involve, if you are going and buying more and more from outside sources, what will happen? What will happen? Then you will have to pay outsider, increasing return on equity, but it also enhances the risk, obviously. So the raising of fund through equity will become permanent funds to the business, but the shareholder will expect higher rate of earnings. Obviously, क्या होगा? अब आप बाहर से ले रहे हो तो क्या होगा? आपको उनको ज्यादा से ज्यादा earnings देनी पड़ेंगी. More and more of your funds will be deployed with that. So what is the equity? That the raising of fund through, कैसे raise कर सकते हो आप? Equity share, preference share, retained earnings are the owned source of raising funds. ठीक है, अभी आपको खुद का पैसा लेना है तो आप क्या करते हो? शेयर होल्डर्स क्या करते हैं? इक्विटी शेयर्स होते हैं, प्रेफरेंस शेयर होते हैं. सो यू इम्प्लाई दैट फंड्स. सो व्हाट शेयर होल्डर विल एक्सपेक्ट? दे एक्सपेक्ट द रेट. हाउ, क्या होगा? उनको रिटर्न कैसे मिलेगा? इन द फॉर्म ऑफ डिविडेंड, कैपिटल एप्रिसिएशन. सो दैट इज व्हाई this is the cost which is incurred if we borrow from the equity. And what is the debt? That means you invest your money, you get, कहाँ से लेते हो? डेट में कहाँ से पैसा रेज करते हो? फ्रॉम डिवेंचर, बॉन्ड्स. सो व्हाट विल हैपन इफ यू गो एंड बाय दोस थिंग्स? Why? अभी आप बाहर से लेते हो तो उसमें क्या रहता है?
Ma'am, interest.
इंटरेस्ट
Yes.
देना पड़ता है मैम.
Yes, you need to pay the interest. Okay, so that means either you have to buy or either you have to invest your own money. You need to have a proper combination. पूरा का पूरा आपने बाहर से ले लिया. Like if you own money, don't have any obligation. आपको कोई obligation नहीं होता कि आपको कुछ repayment करना है maturity पे, कुछ interest देना है. But more and more investment means you are going to pay more and more to the shareholders. Okay, and आपका ownership right भी waive off होता जाता है. And if you are going to get into debt more and more, that means risk of insolvency may be there अगर आप उसको pay नहीं कर पाए. So you need to plan properly. Either I have to go for equity, either I have to go for debt. And how much equity I'll employ and how much debt I may employ. It is not beneficial कि आप पूरा का पूरा उससे ले लो, equity से या पूरा का पूरा debt से ले लो. So you need to imply the proper strike between the two. Like which is the best capital structure for me where I can invest. See how it can work for it. Portfolio management. Most of you have understood of that. What is portfolio? Like you
Yes,
make
ma'am.
a mix of that. Okay, so that you need to plan. Then is determining the financial pattern of long-term funds requirement. Excuse me. Okay, long-term funds requirement means how much funds you require for the long term. Okay, you need to invest. How? Okay, मैंने long term के लिए मुझे इतना पैसा चाहिए. What will be my financing pattern? मुझे long term के लिए पैसा चाहिए, मैं कहाँ से लेने वाली हूँ? मैं बैंक से लेने वाली हूँ, मैं किसी फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूट से लेने वाली हूँ, मैं खुद का पैसा इन्वेस्ट करने वाली हूँ. Then अगर यही पैसा मुझे शॉर्ट टर्म के लिए चाहिए तो मैं किससे लेने वाली हूँ? You need to properly employ. Okay, कहाँ से कब पैसा लेना है? Raising of funds through issue of financial instrument. Equity शेयर से लेना है, प्रेफरेंस शेयर से लेना है, डिवेंचर्स से लेना है. So you need to raise the funds, you need to take into consideration. Then arrange the finance for working capital. So basically you need to understand how much burden it will help her. Then accordingly you can plan how much funds you will be requiring. Then is the dividend decision. What is the dividend means? Dividend हम किस में से पे करते हैं? So dividend are basically the divisible profit. Divisible profit जो आपको earn होता है, या फिर हम उसको क्या करते हैं, या तो हम उसको अपने फंड्स क्या करते हैं, अपने पास रख लेते हैं, या हम अपना शेयर होल्डर्स को देते हैं. Two things are there. When you earn a profit, you can either retain it or you can distribute to your shareholder in the form of a dividend. So a finance manager need to understand like how much funds he will be able to retain and how much funds he will be able to distribute to the shareholder. अगर वो पूरा का पूरा पैसा बाहर दे देगा, what will happen? He will have nothing. अगर उसको कल को डाइवर्सिफिकेशन करना है या उसको कल को कुछ इन्वेस्टमेंट करना है, he will not have much fund. So he will have to employ the proper decision. कितना फंड्स मुझे अपने फर्म में रिटेन करना है और कितना फंड मुझे अपने शेयर होल्डर्स को देना है. So dividend decision concerned with determine quantum of profit to be distributed. Okay, he need to understand that. So the dividend decision is effected in two ways. But the amount to be paid out influence the share price and the amount of profit to be retained. Okay, so he need to understand that things. कितना पैसा खुद के पास रखना है और कितना पैसा उसको डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करना है अपने शेयर होल्डर्स को. So these consideration he will take into consideration. क्या लेगा? Legal provisions क्या है? He will also take into consideration. Then determine the dividend and retention policies. He will have to determine, okay, this is my dividend policy. इतना मैं dividend distribute करूंगा और इतना मैं retain करूंगा. Then he need to consider the impact of dividend and retained earning on the market value. Market value पे उसका क्या impact है? He need to understand that. Then he need to understand the possible requirement of funds by a manager for expansion and diversification. अभी क्या होता है कि उसको expansion और diversification के लिए, as I told you, he needs funds. So he need to understand how much funds he can have from the profits which he have retained. Then he need to reconsider the distribution in boom and recession period. Boom के time में he will pay more and during the recession period, obviously he will not have that much funds with him, so he need to retain more. Then is considering the impact of legal. It is legal obligation to pay some amount of funds within the shareholders को dividend देने के लिए, he need to follow all those regulations. So these are basically the functions of the finance manager. I have covered till now. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. Then I'll start.
मैम ये जब हम फंड रेजिंग करते हैं तो
हाँ.
इसमें कौन कौन होता है, मतलब कौन कौन इन्वेस्ट करता है, या फिर ये इज लाइक शेयर्स, मतलब मैंने अभी समझो आईपीओ ओपन किया, आईपीओ ये फंड रेजर रहता है या कुछ अलग होता
हाँ,
है?
फंड
ये
रेजर होता है ना बेटा. अभी कैसे हैं आपके फंड्स, कौन कौन इन्वेस्ट कर सकता है? एक तो होता है शेयर होल्डर. हम क्या करते हैं, अपने शेयर्स को फ्लोट करते हैं मार्केट में, एंड वंस आई बाय द शेयर, तो ऑब्वियसली आई बिकम द शेयर होल्डर ऑफ दैट कंपनी. शेयर होल्डर मींस बेसिकली द ओनर ऑफ दैट कंपनी. ओके, तो वो आपका ओनर बन गया. देन हु एल्स, अभी आपने किसी से लोन लिया, अभी फिर क्या करते हैं, अब हम लोन लेते हैं बैंक से, हम मॉर्गेज करते हैं ना अपनी प्रॉपर्टी को वहां पे. he also become the proper owner of that company. So basically the person who are investing money in your company are becoming the owner of your company. Okay,
okay, got
it. Okay, fine. Anyone else, if any doubt you can ask me, then I'll proceed.
और एक डाउट है मुझे, ये जो अभी समझो रिसेशन पीरियड चल रहा है, तो इस टाइम पे अगर मैं ओनर हूँ तो मेरा क्या रहेगा, मतलब मैं कैसे मैनेज करूंगा, मतलब एक स्मॉल
see, managing here means like you can either invest your funds. अभी आप इस कंटेक्स्ट में पूछ रहे हो कि how you can survive. Either you are asking, okay. See, survival के लिए आपका कैसे रहता है in this corona pandemic. Many of you have seen like this pandemic occur. What happened? कि उन्हें sustain करने के लिए क्या किया, उन्होंने diversify किया. Most prominent companies also like Asian Paint, it was earlier into only and only in the paint industry. Now what it has done, it has diversified. अभी उन्होंने क्या किया, सैनिटाइजर बनाना शुरू कर दिया. Obviously what they happened कि उन्होंने क्या, जो लॉसेस उनको प्रॉफिट उस टाइम पे नहीं हो रहा था, वो उसके साथ उन्होंने अपॉर्चुनिटी देखा. ओके, आई एम एबल टू सर्वाइव विद दिस, देन दे मूव ऑन टू दैट थिंग. सो ईदर यू कैन डू डाइवर्सिफिकेशन. सेकंड, either if you see okay मेरा sales कम हो गया, I am not able to make money what I earlier making, तो आप क्या कर सकते हो, फर्स्ट इज डाइवर्सिफिकेशन. सेकंड, आप नई जगह, मैंने डाइवर्सिफिकेशन आपको बता दिया. देन यू कैन बेसिकली शट डाउन द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन अगर आप अपना कॉस्ट इनकर जो हो रहा है वो रिकवर नहीं कर पा रहे हो, एंड देन यू कैन स्टार्ट अप विद योर न्यू बिजनेस. थर्ड, यू कैन फाइंड आउट द अदर ऑल्टरनेटिव्स कि जो मेरे, अभी मान लो मेरे पास मेरे 5 यूनिट्स हैं जो मैं रन कर रही हूँ, 2 यूनिट्स तो मेरे प्रॉफिट में जा रहे हैं, 3 यूनिट मेरे लॉस में जा रहे हैं. व्हाट आई कैन डू इज, जो चीजें मुझे लॉस में जा रही हैं, आई विल shut down those organization, shut down those business activity which are basically creating a loss for me. Okay, so in that way you can manage with this boom period, recession period. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, should I proceed further?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Now I'll start.
ये एग्जांपल ले सकते, इंडिया से बाहर ही सेल करते थे.
क्या बोल रहे हो आप?
हाँ, सॉरी मैम, एक्चुअली आई गॉट कॉल फ्रॉम ब्रदर. सो मैं बोल रहा हूँ, तो ये जो बीकाजी जो प्रोडक्ट है, पहले तो वो इंडिया में सेल नहीं करते थे, मतलब काइंड ऑफ वैसा करना पड़ेगा क्या मुझे?
बीकाजी तो शुरू से इंडिया में था बेटा.
हाँ था, लेकिन ज्यादा सेल तो उनका कनाडा साइड में था ना.
हाँ, तो इट इज बेसिकली लाइक दे हैव, उन्होंने अपना क्या किया, शेयर बढ़ा लिया. उन्होंने देखा कि मेरा पर्सपेक्टिव कहाँ है, दे हैव सर्च आउट फॉर न्यू पर्सपेक्टिव. ओके, कि मेरी मार्केट को वहां पे ग्रोथ मिल सकती है, दे हैव मूव टू दैट सेक्टर आल्सो. ठीक है, अगर आप तो क्या कर सकते हो, देखो एक तो बेटा मैंने आपको एग्जांपल दी जैसे एशियन पेंट्स की, उसने क्या किया, उसने अपने आप को डाइवर्सिफाई कर लिया. ये नहीं किया कि उसने पेंट बनाना बंद किया, नहीं, उसने क्या किया, डाइवर्सिफाई किया. देखा अपॉर्चुनिटी है, सैनिटाइजर मार्केट इस टाइम बूम पे है, उसने वो प्लांट लगाया, उसने प्रॉफिट बनाना शुरू किया और वो कर दिया. अभी सेम वे बीका जी ने क्या किया, देखा कि मैंने अभी बहुत सारी मार्केट बाहर फॉरेन में रिकवर, यू कैन से मैंने कवर कर ली है, नाउ हैव मोर पर्सपेक्टिव, आई कैन मूव टू सम other thing, other areas. So to capture that area, it enter into that market. So that is up to you. आपको डाइवर्सिफिकेशन में बेनिफिट दिख रहा है, आपको नई मार्केट को रिवील करने में बेनिफिट दिख रहा है कि हाँ मुझे इस मार्केट में एंटर करने में बेनिफिट हो सकता है, यू कैन वर्क दैट वे. और अदर थिंग यू कैन डू व्हाट, कि अगर मुझे बेनिफिट दिख रहा है कि हाँ मुझे इस वे से हो सकता है, यू डाइवर्सिफाई, you can invest in new market. That means you can basically increasing your market share, or you see okay my business is not running into profitability, then you can shut down the activities which are incurring losses for you. So this is up to the things like which business you are into. You will have to properly research the organization, research the economic factor, research the political factors, research the growth of the market, and then you can employ the strategy. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, just give me a second. Let me have water, then I'll start with the next unit. Just. Okay. So the next thing that I'll be covering is the finance and the other related discipline, like how they are related to each other. The first thing that is there is the finance and economics. So any one of you, finance and economics में क्या relation है बेटा? How they are interrelated? See, economics, you can see, is a discipline which is, economics को हम two aspects से पढ़ते हैं. First is the micro and the second is the macro. So our financial decision are basically, you can say, is taken into consideration after both the factors. हमें micro को भी देखना है, हमें macro को भी देखना है. Micro means something which is within the organization, which is small. Macro means something which is broader in concept, so it has a broader view. So what you have to take into consideration, you have to take into consideration that the finance manager is able to understand the implication of, like if you are taking into major, you can say the macro factors. Macro factors में क्या देखना है? You take into consideration the monetary factors, the fiscal policies. अगर आपको कोई भी पॉलिसी बनानी है फाइनेंस मैनेजर को, तो मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी और जो फिस्कल पॉलिसी है आपकी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की, ऑब्वियसली इट विल इम्पैक्ट द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. So the finance manager should able to understand the implications of the government, like what implications, what it will happen with the cost and the profit of the firm. Only then he can follow. ठीक है, तो मैक्रो फैक्टर्स को वो देख के अपनी कॉस्ट एंड प्रॉफिट को डिफाइन कर सकता है. सो ही नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड द इकोनॉमिक एनवायरमेंट फैक्टर अंडर विच ही इज टेकिंग द डिसीजन. ठीक है, अभी क्या होता है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल रेट ऑफ इन्फ्लेशन वो देखना है, जीडीपी ग्रोथ रेट देखना है. सो दीज आर द थिंग्स व्हिच आर टेकिंग इनटू कंसीडरेशन एज द मैक्रो फैक्टर. कमिंग ऑन टू द माइक्रो, माइक्रो हियर्स मींस व्हाट, the things
Small.
yeah, small. Yes, exactly, small. So you take into factor there, like micro, you need to formulate the profit maximization strategy by balancing between the demand and supply. So being a finance management, you have to take into consideration overall scenario क्या है market का, that is the macro factor, the monetary policy, the economic factors. Then you need to take into the factors like which are micro in organization. So you need to take into consideration both. That is why we can say that both of them are related to each other, the financial management as well as the economics. So I have covered with all this. I don't think so I'll be able to complete all this. Just a second. So I'll take with this finance and accounting, and the rest of the topic I'll be taking in my next lecture. So accounting, you can say, is basically a discipline where you can take the financial decision. Okay, अगर आपको कुछ भी financial management करना है, so accounting basically, what does accounting mean? The financial statement, like profit and loss account, balance sheet, they are the part of accounting. So in financial management, what we use those accounting information. ठीक है, अभी हम उनको यूज करते हैं कैसे? रेशियो एनालिसिस करते हैं, कैश फ्लो स्टेटमेंट है, फंड फ्लो स्टेटमेंट है, उनके लिए हमारा बेसिक क्या रहता है, क्या हमारा बेसिस रहता है, किसके बेसिस पे हम ये सब चीजें प्लान करते हैं? दैट इज ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ द अकाउंटिंग ओनली. So if a firm want to take any decision, so he need to take into consideration the accounting aspect. हम उसका बैलेंस शीट देखते हैं, अगर हमें किसी फर्म में इन्वेस्टमेंट करना है, what we take into consideration we take into account the how the funds are being there, balance sheet देखते हैं, उसका profit and loss account देखते हैं. On the basis of that we take a decision, either we have to invest in that company or we have not to invest in that company. So this is basically financial and accounting. So the finance is a discipline which is based on the cash basis, but accounting is totally governed by the accrual system. So this is basically the difference between the two. Okay, so accounting use all the data which is on the basis of an accrual system also. Okay, so that is why we can say they are very closely related to each other, the financial as well as the accounting. So next, that is there is relationship with the finance and production. This one, finance and marketing. So these three I'll take with my other lecture, and then the functions of the finance manager. And after that, we will be covering our first unit. Okay. After my first unit, I'll start with the third unit. Okay.
Okay,
And
ma'am.
now, if you people have any doubt, you can ask me.
हम थोड़ा स्लो जा सकते हैं क्या?
Okay. Is it bit faster?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Actually,
ma'am.
I'm
Yes, ma'am.
engineering background से में थोड़ा तकलीफ होता है.
Okay. In case you haven't understood anything, just let me know so that I can explain. And in next lecture, I try to be a little bit slow. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Actually, I thought it's a theory, so that's why I paced up. Anyhow, I'll take up in my next lecture. What I'll do is I'll repeat this what I have covered today. मैं वो भी आपको करके और उसके बाद जो सेकंड रहता है वो कवर कर दूंगी फर्स्ट यूनिट. ठीक है? Is it fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am.
Yeah. Tell me.
फिस्कल पॉलिसी में क्या होता है? मीन्स
Okay. Fiscal policy.
फिस्कल पॉलिसी कंसेप्ट क्या है मुझे?
Okay. ठीक है. मैं अपने नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में आपको बेटा मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी और फिस्कल पॉलिसी दोनों बता दूंगी. ठीक है?
Okay, ma'am.
Monetary policy or fiscal policy is basically according to which our banks are being regulated. ठीक है? But still, if you are not able to understand, what I'll do is मैं उसको इसी में थोड़ा सा ऐड कर दूंगी ताकि आपको समझ में आ जाए कि फिस्कल पॉलिसी क्या होता है. ठीक है?
Okay, ma'am.
So you will be able to understand. I hope it is clear now.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry, bad throat. So what I do is in my next lecture, I'll repeat what I have done today. I'll explain what is monetary and the fiscal policy, and we will complete our first unit. See, the second unit is basically the ratios and the cash flow and the fund flows. So it's a lengthy. So I'll try that I should complete the third, fourth, fifth first, so that we have some more time with us. So that second unit बहुत lengthy है, उसको मैं time ज़्यादा देता हूँ. ठीक है?
Okay.
But always remember, even if you are of an engineering background, I'll make these questions very easy for you. You just need to follow me. मैं कैसे आपको बता रही हूँ उस हिसाब से न्यूमेरिकल करोगे. I guarantee you can easily perform the numericals because financial management के numerical management accounting से भी easy रहते हैं. Okay. तो capital budgeting and ये numericals हैं, simple formulas हैं. I'll try once I explain the questions. तो मैं क्या करूंगी, बोर्ड पे आपको सॉल्व करके दिखा दूंगी, देन यू विल बी एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Ma'am, one more thing.
Yeah.
Ma'am, will you please share this PPT, because I will go through it, and if we have any doubt, then we can ask you in the next lecture.
Okay, Ankur, what I'll do is, I want first I complete this unit, then I'll give the PDF to you. Is it fine?
Okay, ma'am, no issue.
Yeah, but what I have planned is, like, once I complete with my unit, I'll give the PDF to you. And only 2 topics are left, and within the next lecture, I'll complete the first unit fully, and I'll try to incorporate more theory for you people, so that you don't have to rush from here and there or search for more books. You can just follow my theory and it will be sorted.
Okay,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am. One more question. Unit
Yeah,
आप MCQs भी लेना प्लीज. मतलब
हाँ,
अगर
हर
MCQ
यूनिट
बेस्ड
के बाद,
रहेगा तो हाँ.
हर यूनिट के बाद मैं आपको MCQs दूंगी. ओके, फर्स्ट यूनिट कंप्लीट होगा, आई विल फॉरवर्ड द MCQ, एंड वंस ऑल द फर्स्ट यूनिट इज बीइंग कंप्लीटेड, सारे यूनिट कंप्लीट होने के बाद मैं एक पूरा क्वेश्चन बैंक भी आपको दूंगी. ओके,
Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
thank
so
you very
don't
much.
worry about the MCQs. I'll forward all that. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay then. We'll meet in the next session.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Good night.
Okay, bye.